send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the it out, not a good one as he's tackled at the 15. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
All the talk of Jackson leading the Ravens this offseason was just that, talk, as the two sides hammered out a deal that made him the highest paid player in the NFL. And why would they want to separate? When he has the ball in his hands, great things typically happen.
But could not get away from there. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. Jackson options out left. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked open.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And remember, this drive started on the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Pollard will take this into the end zone.
Man, that was too easy.
Touchdown.
That's really going
Football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line. Man, come on, the man got to get up.
As well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Right,
they'll
dude.
accept that penalty.
Fuck it, man. We playing like CSU out there.
After
Every
the roughing
opportunity
penalty on the
you
PAT,
get.
they'll kick off from 15
Mash
yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And through an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. In this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards.
Oh, man, come on,
for
man.
one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And Prescott, he's going to change things up here. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to... And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. We'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10.
Good job, good.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Report. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people were worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. Off the option, here's Edwards. Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Alpha, sit hard. 180. Nice shot.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. And they run with Edwards off the option. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Holding offense.
Man, that's bullshit, man.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute it.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a
play caller. As you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far.
Come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. A quick throw, but incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man to
bullshit,
and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Come on, man.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Let's go.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their 1st turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Prescott on first down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Turned around.
They will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
To work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
They set up the screen to Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Brought down by Devin Harper. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Hill. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Oh, no! Right by him. What the fuck?
Oh! And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Second down, Pollard again.
53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
A great run by Pollard, and runs like that have had us anticipating a breakout season from him for years. And it finally arrived in 2022. Dallas gave him more run, and he had his first 1,000-yard season despite receiving less than 200 touches.
47.
Here's Pollard again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. 3rd down and 1. On play action, Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. CD Lamb, 55 yards.
Man, I fucking switched my play and they still committed to that shit, man.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Hey, middle. Yeah.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. Setting up the screen here to Edwards.
They call it every fucking time.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding offense.
It's 2 touchdowns, man.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates
Not
holding, and that's what we
touchdowns,
get.
one of them
And you
was a
know, depending
touchdown
on their
for sure.
positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different
Damn,
responsibilities.
man, what
It's
the fuck?
always making sure no one's holding.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of the old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Report.
Again, Jackson throwing quickly for Mark Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Jackson on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I got it.
But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
I got my boys on the island out there.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. And this this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, it looked like it marched to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
One of them alone. Always one alone.
Now Jackson.
Yeah, there you go. Man. No.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not a...
They run the hell out of you. The 2 good drives they took away, man. You got a field goal out of what of them?
I've been smooth for so long. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white voice since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right there. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my mind, the cowboy. Unbreakable, I just realized that this whole game is capable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. How you say to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not crazy anymore. My city used to a come up. Bryce and Jake G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm going to change things. I'm on the Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
Little Dicky. Hi, young Dave. You ever watch that shit?
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see a pair of teams who shared the city of Dallas in the early 60s. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday night.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T.
Revenge is on our mind. He can't. He want to. He really want to solidify this. He gonna be able to, man. I'm throwing balls. Hey, man, if I throw interception, fuck it. I'm throwing balls. See you later on it out. Two back on Brian, man. That nigga ain't had no speed. I had 2 lanes. Oh, God. That's
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Pacheco gets it again on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Pacheco once again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mahomes going to throw.
Yeah.
A throw for 20 is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Here's 3rd and 6. Play action now. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. But that pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they trying to show extreme confidence.
But he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Yes.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Running right, it's Pollard. And he is out of bounds does, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit. He tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Prescott on play action. And he's going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one.
I'm trying to wait on everything to clear up.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Now Prescott. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Oh, what? Yeah, you know me too.
To be incomplete. On any pass in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Mahomes going to change things up. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
You're not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Wasted time.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
God damn!
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull?
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in. And
holy shit.
His 3rd interception. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that seems to be adopted.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
What?
And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Well, the Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Mahomes. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Off the play fake, Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback?
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. Second down, Pollard again. Gets through, and now an opening. Still going. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. 65 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus in the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now the try here for the extra point.
Right.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Oh, yeah.
Started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Because I picked the right defense too late.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Escapes the defender. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
God damn.
Mahomes throw taken by Valdez-Scantling. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now they'll shift things around. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Now a give here to Pollard. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why? Hey, kill. 26.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down over the 24-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Here we go, 47.
And it does. Really tough.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. On play action, they'll throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trent.
I am the champion, man. I will tell y'all what to do next time.
Man, I know what to do.
I will tell y'all what to do next time.
I know it.